What would Jennifer Tilly do?
Crank that shit.
Fix your face.
What?
Fix your face.
I'm enjoying it.
Mommy?
Well, shit.
What are y'all doing?
This is awful. I'm Deontay,
I'm Jordan.
and welcome back to Chucky, the TV show, season finale, episode 8. It's called Chucky, actually. And actually, this episode, it's not good.
Actually ass.
Actually, ass. Like, you are 100% correct. And listen, gave it a shot. I went into it with an open mind.
Yeah, you weren't saying too much in the beginning of the
Yeah, because I
episode.
was trying to, like, wait and be patient, you know what I'm saying? I don't want people to think I hate, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a fan, but this just wasn't it. I'm sorry. Like, I just feel like the writing could be better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no excuse. There's ways to make everything work. Chucky can work.
Like, where are you going? What happened?
What, like, my part is when TV shows and like, they skip details.
Mm-hmm.
They skip because they think, oh, it doesn't really matter. It does matter. Mm-hmm. Why is Jennifer Tilly sneaking in somebody's house in the middle of the night, and that person, like, for example, and that person sees you? I'm upset. Why are you in my house in the middle of the night talking about some fucking dog? Come back in the morning. If you want the dog so bad, come back in the fucking morning.
And you don't get to just sneak into the house. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Yes.
Not only is she there at night when everybody's asleep, but she broke in.
You broke in.
Like,
there's no alarm. There's no alarm. There's no nothing.
And there's no way that you're not upset by that. I don't care who it is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm upset. Why the fuck are you in my house? She should have put bullets in her ass right then and there. Like, that's the type of stuff that just, like, pisses me off. Why would you write that? Because like, if you're not gonna take the show serious, fine then. But like,
we ain't either.
Yeah, we not either. Don't expect me to like it. Don't expect anyone else to like it, because again, it's not it. So, but we're gonna jump back. We'll go through it, and then we'll also give you our review of the season as a whole. Spoiler alert: we do not like it. Spoiler alert. Okay, so we open up with a flashback from the last episode. I think it was actually kind of a flashback of the whole season.
It was.
And leading into the last episode.
We're supposed to be, like, I guess, like, looking at Chucky's life flash before his eyes because he just died.
Right, but that wasn't Chucky, though. That wasn't Chucky's life we saw flash before our eyes. Remember, that was Dr. Mixer. That's why the memory was of her and Charles.
Oh, I didn't
because
even
remember
pick
they
up
switched.
on that.
They switched.
Okay,
So
I thought that was just like good Chucky or something.
that's probably what their goal was, to think that it was Chucky, and then when we get the reveal, it was actually, well, we should already know that because we've seen it in the last episode, but we didn't know that since the ritual is not something that is consistent across switching. It could have been just he got into her body and now they're sharing a body, but actually it was they switched. Mm-hmm. Because again, the ritual, we don't know when is it a switch or when is it two people hosting one body. Right. We never know, but we find out that the reason why those memories was of Dr. Misk and Chuck, it was because it was actually her life was flashing before her eyes because she was about to die.
Got it.
And again,
that brings me to another plot hole, though.
What?
Because then with the new Chucky doll and he killed Dr. Mixter, whose soul was that? That was good Chucky and Dr. Mixter when he killed her or killed the person who was in her body?
Well, I don't think he killed her. I think he just
he took his soul out of her
and put it into the doll,
so
and then she just died. Okay. Kind of like Glenda and Glenn. Okay. Their souls are gone now. They just die, whatever. So, he puts his soul into Dr. Mixter, and we realize again that there actually isn't the last Chucky doll. There's one more, and now he puts his soul into that Chucky doll. So he has more Chuckies. I knew it.
Can I just say, I completely hate everything about that character. There is not a single part of me that believes that this therapist has been plotting to kill people her entire life behind this one little boy.
Mm-hmm. And then it was like, where is her where's her bodies? Like give us more of her so we can understand. She's just like she's that person that's just like, they just threw her in there and then she's with the shits already.
Right.
Like
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, she just with the shits already. Like,
yeah, because you're right. She's never killed with him before, so why now? Now that she's older, because she was already asking, like in that flashback, she was like asking about him killing his parents. So obviously she was interested back then, but it doesn't make any sense that she would just be his therapist that whole time.
You know what it does remind me of though? Dr. Sartain from Halloween 2018, the one who helped Michael escape and then stabbed the sheriff, drove him to.
But that was just because he wanted to keep seeing him get killed. Oh, is that what you mean?
Yeah,
she just wanted to watch Chucky keep killing.
And she was fascinated with the kill. That's why she was asking him questions. And remember, Dr. Sartain was asking the same thing, like, what drives Michael to kill? Like,
how does a crime like Michael's affect him? I want to know what pleasure he gets out of killing.
He was fascinated with the idea of a killer. So
okay, I get that part.
I get that part.
I still don't like her.
I still don't like it either. I still don't like it either. And so, okay, so after we Devin and Jake are staying at Lexi's house or whatever. Her mom's putting it on for the gram, and then once the cameras go off, she turns back into her old self. We also forgot to mention that Lexi's was also in AA now, and she's kind of recovering. So good for Lexi. We skip forward to probably the worst scene in the series. Glenda is in the hospital with Glenn. Tiffany shows up, and as I said back in episode 7 review, they're gonna have to put Glenn. I mean, probably everybody saw it, but they're gonna put Glenn back into the doll. But they can't just do one; they have to put both of them back in the doll. Yeah.
Which I don't really understand that either, because why would they have to put both of them, or else the doll wouldn't come back to life because they both came from the doll? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that. That's what Don is saying, because because they said that if Glenn dies, then I'll die.
Oh, she meant it. They meant that literally.
I was guessing, because if they didn't mean it literally, why would you volunteer to put your soul back into the doll? Why not just?
When there's nothing wrong with you.
Nothing wrong with you, and then also back to the soul. Back into the soul part. Why did Gigi not feel like Glenn and Glenda?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. What was the point of them both going back in? I thought the whole point was that Gigi would have the personality of both of them.
Me too. That's what I thought. But it doesn't feel. It feels like they just went back to the seed of Chucky, Glenn and / Glenda, and not the two characters that we know today, because the accent came back and it didn't feel like Glenn and Glenda.
Right.
It didn't.
What would Jennifer Tilly do?
Crank that shit.
Fix your face.
What?
Fix your face.
I'm enjoying it.
Cap.
Alabama, are you paying attention?
I don't know. I just it didn't make sense. But so we get to the end of the episode, right? After we had watched them meander around at the Christmas table, exchange bad gifts. That's what Jake get, because he told him, all I want to do is spend time with you, and you went and bought that expensive gift, and now you look like a jackass. we were meandered through all that, right? And we get to the final act.
But we also had Lexi's mom's terrible apology, their little heart to heart. I already knew she was going to die for that one reason.
And then Caroline is there, and again, she always has this look like she's up to something. Yeah. Every time we see Caroline, she looks like she's...
And I guess she has been this whole time. She's been playing everybody.
And here we get to why I just like the plot twist. Well, let's get to that. We'll get to that. We'll stick a pin in that, and then we'll come back to it at the end. All right, so Chucky's in the house now, and Tiffany's there. Like we said earlier, she just, she saw the doll on Lexi's mom's Instagram. She was coming to put her soul back into the Belle doll, and Chucky kills Michelle, saws her in half, which I don't know how. It feels like they were waiting on it, like they had a plan already, because Jake was in Caroline's bed waiting for
Well, that may have been at the point where Lexi came down the stairs. Like, once they knew that Chucky was there, maybe they came up with that plan. I don't think that they planned on Michelle dying.
Oh, well, not Michelle dying, but at least they had a plan for. Because how did they know they were coming for the Bell doll? How did they know Tiffany was coming for that Bell doll?
She said it when she was downstairs talking to Michelle.
So
they could have overheard that.
They must have been listening.
Acted quickly.
Okay. But then we get this little twist of Caroline. At first, I thought she was possessed by Chucky. At first,
she did kind of look like it.
Yeah, I thought she had, and then now she's saying that Chucky told her she was adopted, and she believed Chucky, and we kind of saw that they were flirting with that whole, like, remember we were calling it back in season 1, like, oh yeah, she gonna be a problem. I even said that, like, she gonna be a problem. She actually turned out not to be a problem until this end. And here's my problem with the plot twist. Once she leaves with Tiffany, Tiffany's in New York, and Nika calls her like she's fucking Liam Neeson. I'm watching you. Like, they've completely just ruined Nika.
Yeah.
Like, cutting off her arms and legs completely ruined that character. I don't want to see it.
Now she's gonna be a killer.
Now I don't want to see it. Just like, why would you cut off her arms and her legs and then still use her as a viable character? Like, this is just like, don't write yourself into that. You cut off her arm, cut off a leg. She has neither. She's not a threat. You can't shoot a gun. You can't do any of that. Like, but the thing about it is they bring up Chucky being the Bell doll, but you give us zero clues of that ever happening throughout this season. If you're gonna have a plot twist, leave breadcrumbs to your plot twist. Don't give me breadcrumbs from last season, because I don't remember that shit. Like, oh, remember that one doll that was in the house in the very first episode? That was the doll that, like, bro, we don't remember
that doll got taken. I thought the therapist took that doll.
Exactly.
I thought that was the one that Dr. Mixer had.
Like, I don't.
Where did this other Chucky come from? Because he made it very clear when he was down there talking to Tiffany, if I die, this is it. I'm the last one.
Right.
So that's what we're all supposed to be led to believe, that they are all dead. So now where did she get this Chucky doll from?
Is that Chucky really? Is Caroline really Chucky? Because the way she was reading that book. Remember, she was reading the book and she was looking at Tiffany talk to.
No, I think she just already knew that it was Chucky, so he wouldn't be possessed, because Chucky was already inhabiting that doll.
What if Chucky did take over Caroline a long time ago?
I won't know about it.
And that was his plan.
I won't know about it. If he did, if that's where they're going in season 3, I won't know about it.
Because, I mean, like I said, if you go back and look at her face, she was kind of smirking, or like looking at her like she doesn't look like she didn't give me child vibes in that moment. She gave me like, I know something. Well, I guess she did know something. I think
it's just like sneaky vibes.
Yeah,
like,
it was
he's
sneaky.
Been in her ear this whole time, so she's like on his side. I don't think she's possessed.
Okay, she's on his side, but what can he do with her though?
I don't know. She has a little cute innocent face.
No, I'm saying, like, why would he need to? I guess to kill Tiffany. He could run off with her, but I just feel like it would be odd for him to just run off. And why did it take her 3 weeks to try to put her soul? Didn't they say 3 weeks later? Mm-hmm. Why did it take her 3 weeks to try to put her soul back in that doll? That would have been the first thing I would have done.
Exactly. How did she even get to Times Square? You're on the road.
I guess she drove there.
Yeah, but still, like, I guess because she has that disguise.
Yeah, and again, she just laying low. But whatever the case may be, that the plot twist didn't hit, because where am I supposed to draw back? And there's supposed to be an aha moment in your plot twist or your cliffhanger. Like, oh, like I said, remember that doll that they put to this? Like, I don't remember this doll ever existing, because they made a point. And don't make a point to say this is the last doll. But you keep finding dolls. Yeah. Where you getting these dolls from? If this is the last one, where you keep pulling them from then?
It don't make no sense.
Like, because now every time you say that now, I'm going to be like, sure, God, there's another one somewhere. Like, I should have known when he's like, this is the last one. I should have known that was bullshit. Yeah. Because they made it such a big deal, and they come out with new ones every time. So it didn't hit like that. It just feel like, oh, we just doing it now. And so, again, that episode dragged on way too long. It was a whole lot of stuff in there I did not care about. The best thing about that episode was the ending.
The end, song, the 25 Days of Christmas song,
That was
where
the best
he went
part about
over
the
all of the
episode.
kills. That was pretty cool.
That was best. And again, if I remember correctly, I didn't see Tiffany in that montage.
No, he didn't kill her.
He didn't kill her. So
we never saw her get killed.
because then if we do, then that's gonna leave Nika whole little spill pointless. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? What's she gonna do now? He already killed her target. You know what I'm saying? So like, that was Chucky season 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Wait, you're not gonna say an overall? This was asked. That's all you got to say?
I mean, I think the wrap up kind of summed up the episode for me.
Mm-hmm.
I do appreciate the effort that they put into it. I know I'm like we kind of like shitting on it, but those I don't feel like any of my critiques about the show is like unreasonable. I feel like they're all reasonable critiques about the show that shouldn't have been done in this season. I feel like this season was worse than the first season, honestly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like this season to me was way worse than the first season, and I would rather them. Well, do whatever you want to do now. I'm done with it. But do whatever you want to do now.
Get somebody else to
Get
do
somebody
it.
else to do it, because like, hey, I mean, again, I don't know what can we draw that was positive about this. Do you have anything? What did you think about the season?
No, I feel like all of it was kind of like filler stuff. Like, not even just this episode. It's like we did a whole lot of running around
And we did
to not get a bunch of answers.
No answers, nothing solved, nothing really like interesting about any of the characters. I don't want to see where Jake and I don't want to see their relationship. Jake and Devin. I don't want to see where their relationship is going. I don't care where Lexi's. And then they just brought the teacher back out of nowhere. Like, where you been at this whole time?
She said, I knew it. Like, if you knew, then where you been?
Yeah, where you been at? Again, give us hints. Give us hints that there's somebody still out there. Don't just bring them up and think, oh snap, we should come back for season 3 because the teacher who was left back in season 1 came back. Newsflash, no offense, we don't really care about her.
No.
She did nothing extraordinary to where I want to come back for a whole nother season to see her.
And we didn't get nothing out of Andy and Kyle.
Oh, remember I told you, I was like, this may be their last episode. I said that in my review. I was like, this seems like this is it for them.
I guess they did their farewell last episode.
They did their farewell last one, and that's.
But we're just supposed to believe that they like just go on with their normal lives now from here on out.
No, we got to bring them back, because once they hear about Lexi's mom, you would think that they would call and check up, and then they would find out, oh, Chucky's still alive, or at least Tiffany has Caroline. Yeah, and then that stupid ass cop.
It was Jennifer Tilly.
Damn shame. I always thought she was overrated. Anyway.
They have the live to
Dog, this ain't no time for jokes though. I thought
No.
he was like, "Oh, I thought she was overrated." Shut up, pussy. This is not the time for jokes. Shut up. Bob just got cut in half. Doofus. He reminded me of that one cop. I don't know if you ever remember in the first movie, like after Maggie got pushed out the window. I'll show you, but there's a cop. He's just in everybody else investigate. He's just on the couch reading the newspaper. Like, bro, somebody has died here. Why are you reading their newspaper?
he done seen it all.
You've seen it all. But anyway, that is our review for Chucky season 2, and I still feel accomplished that we've covered two whole shows on the channel. Leave a like. Tell us what you think about the episode. But we're moving on to bigger and better things. Yes. I don't know if we should, just to keep content going. We'll probably do some like movie reviews or home alone reviews. Christmas coming up and stuff. So, but we're gonna have to actually come up with a content calendar for next year. There's gonna be a lot of things coming out next year. We wanted to do a House of Dragons review, but we wasn't sure if we were gonna like the show. But it ended.
Oh, they turned up.
Yeah,
but we don't even get another episode for 2 years. I guess that gives us plenty of time to get our reviews up here.
And plenty of time to go back and watch Game of
That's how many seasons?
Like 8. Ugh.
All right,
you did.
Joe.
But you did watch like a whole like 10 seasons of Shameless in like a week, so you can do it.
All right, Joe.
All right, so that's all we have for you today. We'll see you in whatever video comes out next. May peace be with you.
And never with these people.